Specifically speaking for Transparency International, one of the tools that we have from the business sector side is dedicated to companies. So for a few years we've been looking at over 100 of the biggest, 105 of the biggest multinational companies, and we're looking at their reporting practices. So we see from the publicly available information of these companies what they are doing and what they are reporting on anti-corruption, what they're doing and what they are reporting on a country-by-country basis. So it's not just their corporate reporting as a group of companies, but also on a country-by-country basis. And through that, we can also then make recommendations and see what touches most on the anti-corruption agenda, the illicit financial flows is, are they reporting profits where they make them? And that question is important because in terms of illicit financial flows, one of the practices is to report, to inverse the reporting. Some companies do report their profits where they feel they need to report them, where they feel they want to report them, and not necessarily where they make the profit. And that robs that country of its profits, that in terms of taxes, in terms of tax revenue. I think, as discussed, I think that point was touched upon by some of my colleagues on the panel. A lot of what is called illicit financial flows, as the chair put it, belongs to about 60% of it belongs to commerce, regular commerce, that is not illegal, that is not, it's not criminal. The criminal transactions and trafficking, and it belongs to about 35%, and then the bribery to 5%. So these 60% is using loopholes, is using regular weaknesses in institutions, weaknesses in the tax regulation frameworks of the countries, weaknesses in the laws, weaknesses in their judiciary systems, and in ways that they are able to get sometimes, or to be very specific, holidays, tax holidays. I think we have found governments welcoming, in terms of welcoming civil society organizations to work with them for the most part. And that is encouraged. That is extremely useful. Governments and states do not always have all the relevant capacities. Civil society organizations can come on board with research capacities, advocacy capacities, and that can help with supporting and complementing the agenda, even as developed by the governments. Sometimes this has not been the case. Sometimes there's been a bit of reluctance, and that needs to be clarified, because the truth is this issue is so complex that we'll need all the actors on board to be able to make anything out of it.